Clock in, clock in. Black guy that just walked in.
Yeah. He already dead, it ain't no need to check his vitals, bitch. Yeah. He already dead, it ain't no need to check his vitals. Yeah, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Let go, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Yeah.
Team Black got a stunt up, man. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This shit here is crazy. Reason it's crazy is because, like, it's been a little bit of time since FBG Duck passed away, bro. You feel me? And it's a lot of people upset about the situation. Rappers, his moms. Like, nobody's just been sleeping on the situation, even though we haven't been hearing about it. You feel me? Now, all of a sudden, we got people locked up for the situation. Dirk, he's still being Dirkio, still not curing, but at the same time, shit looking shaky. And I'm just being honest because it's like, people, when they go after people, it's like they really care less about the people who actually commit the crimes. They care more about the people who is making it possible for these niggas to commit the crimes. You feel me? Cause without the big dogs, these niggas would have been broke. And we all know Dirk is like a real homeboy. Like, he put his niggas on, but hopefully everything's straight though, bro. But let's watch this video about the whole situation right now, you feel me? And let's see how this situation even came about though.
FBG Duck was one of Chicago's most respected GD rappers until he was murdered in August 2020. Duck's mom, aka Mama Duck, recently said on IG Live that her son's killers was arrested and they was members of Oblock. Here's the wild story. On August 4th, 2020, FBG Duck was gunned down at Chicago's Gold Coast, a wealthy area that don't really have too much crime. 2 cars pulled up and 4 dudes hopped out and popped off, hitting Duck, his girl, and another man he was with. FBG Duck was one of the hottest rappers in the city and constantly dissed his ops and his music. Right before he died, he dropped Dead B***, a track where he savagely disrespected members of Oblock like O.D. Perry, T-Roy, and J Money. Less than a month later, Duck got killed and many thought Oblock was responsible. Well, now it's been confirmed that Oblock actually was behind the hit. Duck's mom got on IG Live and shared that her son's killers was arrested. In the video, she named dudes from Oblock, including Muwop, C-Thing, C-Murder, and Los. She also mentioned Oblock member Zell Money as a suspect, but he recently took his own life in August of 2021. The 4 men got arrested.
The nigga killed himself? What's up with this stuff that's been going around? Like, people just doing stuff to themselves. Like, what's really going on? Like, what the hell?
In a new RICO indictment, along with another dude from Oblock named Kenny Robinson as the killers. It's not that surprising that it was Oblock on the hit, but it's just crazy that it was done by dudes as well known as Muwop, but now we see more of the reason why he was so well known. Muwop was real close to King Von before he died. He was actually there that night in Atlanta when Von died. He was also a member of Oblock, known for being a real demon. He was right there with Von as one of Oblock's top shooters, which is why they was good friends. Muwop was supposedly behind some real big hits, including the shooting of Wooski at Dooski the Man's funeral. The other dudes in the case, C-Thing, Los, and C-Murder, were also rappers from the area who were part of Von's crew. The streets was already talking, saying they had something to do with Duck's murder. Right after Duck died, Von got chains for everyone from Oblock, even dudes that wasn't rappers. Many saw it as a gift for taking out one of his biggest ops. Plus, fans...
That's one thing Von did, bro. That boy was, like, really showing love for everybody.
Questioned C-Thing on IG Live about Duck's death, forcing him to end the video. But up until now, it was all rumors. All 5 men were charged with murder in the aid of racketeering for their involvement in the murder of FBG Duck. They also got charged with assaulting 2 unnamed victims that were with Duck, as well as a few gun charges. The charges carry a minimum of life in prison with the possibility of the death penalty. FBG Duck getting knocked off wasn't too shocking because of his reputation. He was loved and respected in his neighborhood, but he also had a lot of enemies. He refused to move out of the city, even though he was about to sign a $1.7 million deal with Sony before he got killed. Unfortunately, rappers from gangs die every day in Chicago, especially those with as many ops as FBG Duck. So it probably wouldn't have got as much attention if it ain't happened in broad day in one of the richest areas in the city. Plus, Mama Duck pushing to find her son's killers probably added pressure to the investigation, so the feds cracked down to make an example out of the killers. C-Murder, Los, Muwop, and C-Thing got arrested on October 13th and pleaded not guilty. Kenny was already locked up for another murder of a man named Lorenzo Moore who got killed in January. And he's still fighting a gun charge from 2019. We don't know exactly what police have to tie them to the murders, but seeing that it's a Fed case, it ain't looking too good for any of them. Unless there's some kind of evidence that'll prove their innocence, they'll probably end up taking a plea deal to avoid a life sentence or the death penalty. But as of now, it's too early to tell how strong the case is. We'll tap in for updates. But they wasn't the only ones from Oblock to get caught up with the law recently. OTF Buna, a rapper connected to Lil Durk, was recently arrested for a shooting at a mall in Atlanta where a 6-year-old got shot. Let's dive into what happened. OTF Buna is signed to Lil Durk's label, Only the Family. He's from 300 and the Lamron set of the BDs and came up with other rappers like Durk, Von, and Lil Reese. He can be seen in the background of one of Chief Keef and Lil Reese's first music videos in this remix. Buna was a real savage in the streets way before rap and was one of Durk's main shooters. So when Durk made it, he signed Buna to his label and moved him out to Atlanta. Buna has been one of Durk's day one homies and even saved him once after a fan got too close at a show. In a video posted to social media, Durk is seen walking through the area between the stage and the barricade when a fan who made it past security tries to run up to him while he's walking. Buna, who was walking with Durk, sees the kid coming and pushes him out of the way before he gets to Durk. So Buna may be a full-time rapper, but he's still gonna protect Durk at all costs. But I guess Buna just couldn't leave the streets alone, and recently, he was involved in a shooting out in Atlanta. In late September, Buna got arrested and hit with 4 charges, including aggravated assault with intent to murder. He's currently being held in Cobb County Jail in Georgia. News outlets report that Buna was accused of jumping out of a moving Dodge Durango SUV and fired several shots. This happened in the parking lot of a Buffalo Wild Wings outside the Cumberland Mall in Atlanta back in March. Suspects in another car also fired back at Buna. 4 people got injured, including a 6-year-old boy who got hit by a stray bullet. When police pulled up, they found the boy sitting on the sidewalk with a gunshot to the leg. He and the other victims was rushed to the hospital, and all 4 would survive.
Buna was on butter, tripping, bro. You leave the city to go be hot, and the whole other niggas city that's not in your stomping grounds, bro. Are you okay, bro? And you hurt a jit in the middle of that, bro. At this point, they just all just going through some shit. It's like them spirits just surrounding their ass, like fuck up, just be in their ear like fuck up. Come on, fuck up. Come on, fuck up. The answer A, but pick B. Stupid ass, you pick B for real, you big dumb ass.
2 of the victims was later arrested after police questioned them and found out they had been involved in a shooting. A 3rd man brought to the hospital was also charged, but got listed as a victim of an aggravated assault. There ain't too many details on the shooting, but it sounds like it all started from a fight between 2 groups of dudes. Police arrested 18-year-old Karanji Reese, 19-year-old Jakaba Harris, and 19-year-old Deshaun Powell back in March. They all facing gun and drug charges, but Harris is the only one accused of firing shots. He's also being charged with possession of marijuana with intent to distribute after police searched his car and found a large quantity of weed, a scale, $4,000 in cash, and multiple guns. But police were still looking for the shooter who fired at them from the Dodge Durango. Come to find out, Buna's downfall will be his own carelessness, because the police linked him to the shooting after finding his phone in the parking lot. They found a cell phone at the scene of the crime on the day of the shooting and got a warrant to find out what was on it and whose it was. They went through
This nigga dropped his phone. Your damn phone, bro. What's up with y'all boys leaving shit? Pooh Shiesty left his whole bag full of money. Not no little money. Big ass bag full of money. This nigga left his phone. Y'all nigga might well have left y'all ID. You said if y'all want to do it, you might well drop your wallet. Man, what's wrong with you? Leave your wallet. Leave your ID. Shit.